please. We are live. It is EuroAsia Scrum. It is Sanpriti and Thomas and Sam. Great to see Sanpriti. Been a while. Good to have you in the house. Let's get the screen share on. Yeah, should we start with Sanpriti? Hey, Sanpriti, how are things with you?
I've been working on this new Take Me Away project, and I've done a couple of things. And there has been a discussion on the basic relationships between the different models on that project. So I was working on some of the chattering for that. Also, I was also working on the agile bot a bit because there have been a lot of new channels, new projects added, such as Take Me Away, Bike Share. And if you start a Hangout for that project itself, you'll notice that it does not post the Hangout notification to that channel.
I noticed that with beta starters and AutoGraders, I think, or beta starters in particular, or something.
Yeah, yes. I've been complaining about that.
I have to make some of the changes to add those channels. So I've been working on that since.
Oh, okay. So we have kind of a whitelist, so it only works for certain channels.
It's kind of like when the website one project sends a request to the agile bot with a channel name.
Yeah.
It searches for a channel ID with that name, and then it posts it to that channel ID because Slack works with the channel ID, not the channel name.
Okay.
So I have to create a list with those channel name to channel ID mappings.
Right. So, is that something that could be ultimately in the project details that one would allow the project manager to set that like the GitHub and the pivotal tracker thing?
Yeah, we could do that, but right now.
That's the quick fix for the existing system, sure, which is great, which we much appreciate. Yeah, I was just thinking about making that something so that we don't rely upon a hard-coded change each. I mean, I think there's going to be new projects coming along in the future, so ideally we would have some approach that was generic.
Yes. I mean, yeah, that would make things more simpler maybe, because right now it depends. Like for example, with the AutoGraders project, there can be different names for the Hangouts, or sometimes for the bike share maybe, or many projects
There's not necessarily going to be a perfect mapping between the name of the project and the name of the Slack chat room. So yes, so they're but I guess yeah, and what you're saying is so somewhere in the code base. Somewhere in the website one code base, you've added a mapping that does that, takes care of the special cases, right, where the name is different from the between the project and the channel.
It's not exactly in the website one code base; it's in the Agile bot code base. So yeah.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, okay. So the Agile bot code base, right, yeah. But yeah, so which I really should look at some point. But we can imagine that in the long run, the more stable solution would be to allow the projects like that to be a thing here, that we would have the what's it called? We would have the Slack channel name there as an option for this.
Yes, I guess that's all for today. I plan on continuing to work on the Take Me Away project. I mean, I've submitted a PR, and then again it's waiting for a review. So yeah. That is the old one actually. So.
Yeah, I was just looking at the image links appear to be broken. I was just trying to look at the ERD that someone had put up. But anyway, cool. Should these be deleted then if they're broken image links, or?
I'll have a look. I actually hosted them on Imgur, so maybe they got deleted because of less activity. That is one of the disadvantages. But I'll take a look at that.
Okay, cool. Nice. Great to hear. Thank you so much for addressing that Slack bot issue, and great to hear about you working on Take Me Away. Thomas, how are things with you?
I just woke up. Actually, it's my day off today, so.
Yes. Thank you so
Slack.
much for choosing to spend it with us. We're touched that you. The first thing you do on your day off is you check into Agile Ventures.
Well, the first thing I did was to hook today was up with a sandwich and put the Teletubbies on TV,
Right,
so,
sure. Okay, all right. The priorities, yes.
So yeah, I just saw Sanpriti's pull request on this Take Me Away. We had this long discussion about the models. First me and Raul, and then me and Patrick, and me and Sanpriti as well. So. And I think again that this discussion, this whole situation is a result of us perhaps spending too much time, overthinking the models and the relationships rather than start to approach this from a behavior-driven design approach. But I mentioned this before to you. So this particular project. So it's a good learning experience, because what we did and what we will now back out of from, is to create an overcomplicated relationship diagram with between menus, menu categories, and menu items, etc., etc. So without boring you with the detailed stuff, have we had a more behavior-driven approach on this, we wouldn't be in this spot, I think.
Yes, well, it's interesting because there's this, and not to say anything too long on it because I know I go on and on. I think it's interesting because I think the argument from the domain side is that if you can work out the correct domain model, then everything is going to be easier down the line.
Oh, of course, if you can work out it correctly, yes.
That's right.
But you cannot do that, because you don't know too much. I know you don't have enough information, I believe.
Well, indeed, and that's, as you know, that's the side that I come down on. Is it's sort of to come from the avoid committing to any relationship model for as long as possible, and see what you can get away with in terms of just providing something that the user can play with. I guess the flip side is that if somebody has had a lot of experience in building, let's say, e-commerce sites before, and they feel they really understand the kinds of things that want to happen, then potentially there's benefit from that thing. I think it's all a function of how well one feels one knows the domain and the needs of the customer in advance.
And I believe so. I think that there are no right or wrong answers here. It's like it's like this server side versus client side discussion. In the software, it all depends on what you're building and what you've done before and what your client wants, and etc. And in this case, if somebody has built a similar application before, and really knows the domain and the domain model and everything, then okay, we can start with doing that, and that will help push the development forward. But in this case, we didn't know enough. We didn't have enough information, and I think we would have benefited from starting from the top down with a top down approach with behavior driven development.
But interesting discussion. Yes, do go on. Yes, anything else to report?
Not much. Just I will hopefully, if Gigi allows me, I will review Sampriti's pull request and probably make some comments about has and belongs to many versus has many through relationships. So we'll have that discussion in Slack probably.
Cool.
Or in a pair programming session. I don't know.
Good job.
So that's all for me.
Yeah. Okay. Nice one. Yeah. And from my side, I had a reasonably productive day yesterday. Nothing. I guess. Well, after the Atlantic Scrum yesterday, after you left, Thomas, we carried on for about half an hour actually on the Snow Angels thing, and Raul and Alejandro were just sort of watching as Joseph and Bibiana and I were chatting, and I think what we've identified is in the Snow Angel site. I mean, the client wants to get set up with a paid Twilio account to actually send real text messages, which is great. And so we need to send the pricing. But I think the current site is not. It doesn't really have any security features in as much as, in principle, anyone could sign up and become an admin and see all the sites. So we need to. Particularly if one was going to associate it with something that was going to cost the client money, then we need to get that sorted. And there's a few things to sort of clear up with the code base relating to new developers getting involved and what's stored in the code base and how we handle the whole SMS API and so on. Anyway, but so hopefully. Joseph and Bibiana will be able to sync up on that. We'll see. I was just checking in on that.
I'm a little scared of this kind of APIs like Twilio. I checked it out yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And when you release a app that uses that, you could get get billed some heavy money for it, you know, if somebody misuses that or something.
Or yes, you could. I mean, the default setup is that you can't text. It basically can't really send any text apart.
Yeah, but I know. But once you go live with it. You know.
Oh yes, if you go live with it, yes. But I mean, it's no different from you know. I guess it's. I think there are caps on these things, a bit like with the send mail. You know, like so. But yes, I mean, anything involving. I mean, it's a bit like. I mean, it's the danger of people they push their Amazon keys into a GitHub repo.
And they end up, that.
Yeah.
$2,100.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of there's dangers, and one needs to be. But but it's nice to see the activity there. And then there's 4 more projects like Snow Angels that I need to follow up on and try and help kind of seed them and allow them to become active and running projects. I mean, the Snow Angels is particularly good because the client is very active and engaged. But so yeah, local support. I mean, I'm stuck on these SSL and the Heroku database issues. That's the kind of main thing that's blocking me there. I'm going to be checking in. I haven't checked this morning to see if I've got any updates on that. Yeah, some new pull requests coming through from the support guys, which I think I'm going to pull in. I think I want to improve the map performance, and maybe we'll have a retrospective today at 4:30 if things go well. But yeah, that's about the size of it. Anything else we need to coordinate?
Oh, I'm cool. Will you be around for a while now, Sampriti, or?
Right now.
Okay. I didn't quite catch that.
I will be around for the whole day, I guess. So.
All right, cool. Then perhaps we can touch base, over Slack or perhaps set up something, talk about the Take Me Away project later on. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Right. Good to see you both. All right, catch you later.